Good evening, good evening, good evening. Thank God for this afternoon. It's beautiful fall weather outside. And I'm thankful to everyone that's getting on today and be a part of my new podcast here, uh, Financial Friday. I do three a week. I do Motivational Monday, Wisdom Wednesday, and Financial Friday. I talk motivational stuff that can keep you up to date on Mondays and how everything's going. And Wednesday, I do Wisdom Wednesday, where I give out financial wisdom and knowledge and just wisdom in general for life. And on Friday, we talk money. We talk how to make your money better, how money works, and who's making money off your money, and how much are you making. So my name is Edward Townsend. I'll be your moderator today. Uh, if you're a guest, just chime in and we'll take it from there. But we're going to have a great time this afternoon with the information that we have. And I just want people to open up your mindset because I want to talk income shifting your money out of other people's hands and out of their pockets. See, that's the deal. Everybody's capitalizing off the working class people. And when I say working class people, I'm going to have to find me another topic because there is not a lot of working class people when in the beginning when we were talking about the working class people. So see, jobs are diminishing daily, daily. The good jobs out there, people don't apply and they are not advertised. Information and technology is the way to go if you just have to have a job. But if you want to be a wealth, you need to own something. You need to have your own business. And I don't mean self employed, that just means you work for yourself. But it's a start, it's a step up from working 90% of your time for someone else and their company and building wealth for their family generation. We need to do these things for ourselves. Everyone out there is doing some form of fashion of having their own business, no matter what it is. You know, sometimes people have passions, but see, passions can be your wealth. Some people have talents. They hone in on their talents and they're working to make them successful. So that's what Houston Wall Street movement is all about, is to help you to make your business or your passions or your desires or just a person that desires to say, hey, you know what? I've been working for 30 years, almost 30 years on my job. I don't see where I'm going to have any wealth. And I don't want to wait till I get 65. See, it's just a number. It's the numbers game that's playing with your life. And life is much too precious for to ride your whole life out on someone else's information or someone else's desires that is infiltrated into your life. It's time out for that. Time out for people to change their mindset so they can change the impact of their finances in their household. So that's what we want to talk about, and we want to continue to let you know. Go ahead and share this. Thank you, sir. Go ahead and share this video. I mean, this podcast with other people so that we can have an amazing movement and so they can be a part of this amazing movement and access this information. I want to get reports. I want to have conversations the rest of this year, the last quarter of this year. I want to have a great rapport with people. You don't have to be a guru. You don't have to be famous. You don't have to be any of that. You just have to have a person that has a desire to build wealth and has a desire to change. That's all. Because see, God didn't make it specifically for certain people. He said he has no respectable persons. See, so in that case, that means that If I can be a wealth, so can you. His desire is for us to be wealthy, not just getting by, not just making money. I'm satisfied where I am, da, da, da. You know, he's always told us to shoot for the top, build wealth. Deuteronomy 8:18 said he already gave us the power to get wealth. So what are we waiting for? It's not going to come. You have the power, but it takes some action. Let's do something. Let's move forward so that he can drop everything else that he needs. You know, I often, when I'm talking about Deuteronomy 8:18, I'm often reminded of what God says about when someone come into the ministry to be a pastor. And then as some people come into the ministry without being called, see, and they just, I want to be a preacher, I'm going to do it. But the ones that God called, he also had a passage on that. He said, he who I call, I would also equip. See what I'm saying? So we have already the permission stated in Deuteronomy 8:18 to get well, because he gave us the power to do it. So we've been authorized. Now let's go to the next step and do the things that we should do to make it happen. That takes action word. Action. Action is movement. That's why Houston Wall Street, Financial Wall Street movement says movement, because it takes action. And I'm here to put the action in the equation. Put the action into the equation. So by all means, go to the website and become a member of Houston Wall Street movement. Become a member of Houston Wall Street movement. The book is powerful. Get the book. It's on Sundays we do the book. You can get on a Zoom. We have that workshop movement there in your book. You know, you can do in your book here, and you also can you can take notes. One of them. There we go. We have workshop. We have great information in there that you can use. And you can write your notes down, okay? And just follow along step by step of what the book is offering and the training that's available. You know, it's amazing sometimes when you're doing your research. Now, I remember back in 2000, it was October the 19th. Wow, almost 21 years next month. 21 years next month. I was learning from this article here. October the 19th, 2000. It was brought to my attention, and it's the study finds resurgence of corporate tax avoidance. It didn't say anything else. It said what it said, avoidance. And it talks about companies in there profiting 11, 12, $13 million and paying as little as 10% or none in taxes. See? That's where you got to get. Okay? They use the system to avoid paying a large amount of their money in taxes, and in turn take that money and build their company and build wealth for their company. Now that was 2000. So when I ran across this today in my files, it's called the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy. If you see that, you can see the date and the time that it happened. So I was just curious if it was here today. It was here today, and what companies? It was only. Let's see. How many was it? This was 1988. It was approximately, I'll say Texaco, Chevron, PepsiCo, Pfizer, JP Morgan Chase, Saks Goodyear, Ryder, Colgate, MCI, WorldCom, Eaton, Westinghouse, General Motors, Energy, El Paso Energy, MedPartner, Philip Petroleum, Kission, Northrop Grumman. So these 24 companies was taking advantage of it back in 2000, almost 21 years ago. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen here just to show you what's taking place in that same article and the people there now and what they're taking advantage of. Okay, just bear with me a second. Okay, we want to do that. We want to do that. Man, I'm getting better at this. It took me a while to learn it. It's a new platform, but I love it. Okay, so let's go here. Same company, see, ITAP, Institute on Taxation and Economic Policies. It talks about federal policies, state policies, publication, maps, newsroom, and it has a blog there. So if you want to read and keep up with what's happening on how money works for everyone, companies, corporations, and if you have your own business, you need to read to see what goes on with you. Now, remember it was 24? Okay, now this article here talks about, if you read that first line there, it said, this is the follow-up on our April 2021 report. 55 corporations paid zero in federal taxes on 2020 profits. Wow. 31 profitable companies in the S&P 500, Fortune 500 companies. See? And we work hard every day on our job, going backwards and forwards, spending our whole entire life until we get what so-called in retirement. I don't believe in the systems and the norms that set up to tell us what's to take place, because what they're giving, you can do better by yourself. You can retire when you get ready. All you have to do is increase your cash flow, do some income shifting, okay? And you can retire when you get ready, okay? Let's just take a look at some of the companies here. I just wanted to show you. 39 corporations avoided federal taxes from 2018 through 2020, okay? Now, you might not recognize some of the companies there, but right here, Alliant Energy, that's here in Texas, probably a lot of other states. Ally Financial, that's a bank, mostly finance cars and other things. American Electric Power, see who else you probably know. Dish Network. Let's see who we got. Dukes Energy, Edison International, Energy, FedEx, First Energy. We got Kinder Morgan, Mohawk Industries, NRG, that's here in Texas. Okay, we got Principal Finances, Telephone and Data System, Textron, T-Mobile, Westlake Chemical, and Xcel Energy. Xcel been around for a long time. So they had a total of $121 million profits and a total of federal taxes, $4,000 that they paid, and the tax rate which they paid was 3.4%, and the federal income tax breaks average out to $29,700. Now, table number 2, 73 corporation pays less than half the statutory corporation income tax rate from 2018 to 2020. Okay, let's look at some of those names there. Okay, we got Amazon. Whoa, big. Amazon did $43 million in profit. The income tax they paid was like 1,800,000. The tax rate was like 4.3%, and the federal tax breaks was like $7,254. Way better than the working class people, which works harder. And I know they work hard in corporations as well, not downplaying that, but it's a business. That's my point. It's a business. So there are benefits in the business. There's Bank of America, $77 million profit. Okay, pick some common known ones here. Just come out, Ecstasy, ETSY. They had 253 million. See the numbers? Look at that. That's a new establishment there. I just started seeing it on TV. I don't know much about it, but it shows up a lot. General Motors, 14 million. This is all profit now. All profit. Manpower, Motorola, Netflix. See, PPG Industries. Okay, but you get what I'm saying. At all of the companies that's taking advantage, Xerox, Whirlpool, Westinghouse, Walt Disney. Okay, so all the information is right there, and this has been going on. I know when I first come in contact with it for 21 years. Next month, the 19th of next month, it'll be 21 years when I first found out about ITAP. How proposals from the Biden administration would address corporate tax avoidance. See, it's got all the information. These, unless you have access to the things that give you the knowledge about it, hey, you didn't even know it exists. A lot of people, a lot of companies taking advantage. Hey, and I ain't mad because I'm doing the same thing. But I'm just saying that if you want to be a part of the wealthy establishment, there are some things that you have to do. Now, see, you don't have to be. Remember, I don't believe in doing totally what the norms say do. Right? I don't totally do that. But that's the norm for what they're doing. Now, you can take the same things, but you don't have to do what they do. You can be better and bigger than that. Help the people that cause you to be a wealth. Because like I always said, there's no self-made millionaires. Okay? None. So you look at the federal policies, corporate taxes, inequality and the economy, refundable tax credit, tax analysis, taxing wealth and income from wealth. See, a lot of people don't realize when they get the wealth and then they take the taxes that they paid into the wealth and turn it in, and earn income from that because they believe in cash, asset, cash. Got some cash, buy asset to earn some more cash. And you got different publications, reports, publication of the year, publication brief. So, we got all types of things here listed. The newsroom, what's actually happening in the news. See, the data-driven case for CTC expansion and Ways and Means Committee. It tells you how they are in what states, how the recreation cannabis tax in your state, national state-to-state estimates of President Biden's campaign proposals, the whole works. So you don't have to listen to the bad news on the news. You can get what's actually affecting you, your life, your company in words and writing from sources that's been tracking things for years and years and years. Now, the national and state by state estimates of new $600 cash payments. Well, you remember back during the unemployment thing, we had $600 added to the unemployment payments, So the House and Senate passed the first COVID-19 relief legislation since the CARES Act was enacted in March. The new relief package include, among other provisions, cash payments of $600 per person, which is half as large as the payments provided under the CARES Act, but also extends payments to spouses and children of certain endowmented immigrants who were left out of the previous payments. Lots of good information here. And, you can go in and, so now this is the first day in 21 years that yesterday was the first day in 21 years that I actually went back and checked out the article since I found it in my file, right? So now I'm reading it, seeing what's going on in the world around me so that I can better say things. Look at this one. Where does your state fall on the ITAP Tax Equality Index? Let's just see. Okay, there's I'm in Texas. Texas received a score of negative 8.8 in ITAP's Tax Inequality Index, meaning that the state's tax system is exuberating income inequality. The state ranks second worst in the nation by this measure. They don't want you to be a wealth. They don't want you to get programs to help you to do better. Okay, my home state probably in the same situation. Arkansas receives a score of negative 4.2 in ITAP's Tax Inequality Index, meaning that the state's tax system is exuberating income inequality. The state ranked 20th worst in the nation. Same thing happened with getting the COVID shots and everything that's good for you. So we're advocating out there a lot of stuff that we're missing because misinformation and when we don't know what's taking place. See what I'm saying? So we got to start empowering ourselves, not only with knowledge, but hey, we need the money too. So when we get ready to do something, we just do it. No permission, we just make it happen. See, we want people to enjoy life. It's time out for being in bondage all your life. Okay, let's get back to the studio. Okay, let's stop the share here. Okay, all right. Now you see where I on Fridays, the information I try to give, it gives you an idea of where we're going. We have to empower ourselves. Everybody that's involved with the Houston Wall Street movement, we are focused on building something that you own and control. I watched Tyler Perry on Joel Osteen Church, and he was talking about the same thing. He talked about life in general, where he took his dream and passion to another level. He didn't give up. He stepped out of the norm and started doing things was unethical than everybody else. But what was the first thing he did? He had an abundance of cash. He struggled through what it took to get it, to be a wealth. He didn't want to just make money. He wanted to be a wealth. See, there's a difference than just making money. That's what caused me to be so late in my movement, in my company, because I was making more money than I ever had made in my life, but I was tied to someone else that was making millions off of me. And in the end, I lost based on what was told. I have $1 million built $1 million asset business. I built $2 million asset business. But when I come down to using it, I didn't own it anymore. It disappeared. See? So, that's not control. Anything, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't listen to anything I say ever, always remember, whatever the situation is, or the promises are, get it in writing. If it be a change, get the reason for the change in writing. Don't assume everyone will treat you fairly. Don't be used by anyone now that you know better. It's different when you don't know. See, I got caught up in believing too much in man. And I assumed that what he said was good. He talked to brotherly love, to godly love, family type thing, all of that stuff. Anything that sounds good to a person, he didn't mind saying it, but he didn't mean it. See? So don't get caught up in things like that. Protect yourself. That's what Houston Wall Street movement is all about. Believe it or not, I haven't killed anyone. I haven't caused any great harm or anything to anybody. But basically, when it comes down to business, money and finance and debt, I've done just about all of it. I went through it in some forms of fashion. See, the knowledge that I have, you might not find in the books. You might see it, but it's not really what they're going to tell you. They're only going to tell you and show you so much. But what I tell you that happened to me and what I know about money, finance, and debt is true. And I'm always going to speak of a better way of helping people to understand it, or helping people to accomplish great things from it. See? So by all means, go ahead and join the Houston Wall Street movement. Tell everyone about this. I'm going to be sending out more invitations on Monday. If you got an invitation today and you wasn't able to get on the podcast today, remember, on Monday, I'm going to set a time. I usually didn't set a time as long as I got it done on Monday. But now I'm going to set a time because I want to deal with your responses. 2:15 on Monday. And if anything come up to where, when you get so busy, you don't want to have time constraints. As long as I can get it in a 24-hour period and get the information out to people, that's okay. But for the rest of this year, this last quarter here, at 2:15 on Monday, Motivational Monday, guests that want to come on, use the same link that you got today, and I will send out to new guests the link. Wednesday, same thing. Maybe I just send them all out separate to everyone. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And when you become a member of the Houston Wall Street movement, it's all set up already. You get your book, order the book so that you can have your track record and keep notes and be a part of the Sunday afternoon 7:30 training. That's going to be on Zoom. Okay. So by all means, get that taken care of. And I just about covered everything there. But, money works best when you put your money to work for you. That's how money works. Cash, asset, cash. Buying income producing asset. That's how money works. And if your money is not working for you in those categories, it's time to make a change. Not telling you to quit your job, quit what you're doing, or stop what you're doing, but take this, stick it to it, and make it better in what you're doing. Because it's all about building wealth. It's all about income shifting. It's all about cash, asset, cash. Get your business and start building your business. Don't listen to other people tell you what they have is your business. No, I'll tell you what my business was when I was sold out to the previous company that I was involved with, when I should have been working 80% in my own company and 20% in theirs. I was sold out building wealth for his company and not mine. So don't get caught up in that. Build your own on the side. And if you're promised anything, get it in writing. Don't trust that individual with millions of dollars. It just don't. Hey, it ain't enough honest people out there to actually do that. I believe in talking straightforward. I don't believe in trying to put on a fancy show and and deal with people's emotions and get them all emotional, riled up, and feed them bad information and take advantage of it. That's not me. I've been there. I've done that. I've turned flips over and backwards. I've accepted lies and deceived with lies because I told the same lie that I was told, and I knew better. But see, when you know better, you do better. It's all a learning experience. And if I don't pass it on to you, then it's just like in the Bible, it talks about if I see someone that's not, that don't know the Lord are doing something sinful or unrighteous, and I don't tell them about the right way that God is pleased with what you're doing, then I'm not doing them a great service. See? So I understand sometimes when people say certain things. Have you ever tried the Lord? Hey, I don't have a problem with that, but I don't use it as much as the Bible say that I should use it because I see a lot of people hurting and going through. So through this podcast, I'm able to help people. I'm not afraid to say, look, have you checked out the Lord lately? Have you been saved? Do you know the Lord? Are you a true believer? See? So I don't have a problem with that. But the main thing I want you to do, because this is Financial Friday, and the Bible is all about finances. There's 2,700 scriptures and things in the Bible concerning money, finances, and debt. A lot. So finances in the Bible means a lot. It means a lot because see, God knew 2,000, 3,000 years ago, this time was going to take place. That we're going to need financial education. We're going to need financial empowerment. So now it's time out because see, look at how long we have been suffering because we didn't understand how money works. All this time we've been in bondage because we didn't understand how money works. We were sold a bill of goods that put us deeper in bondage. Go to school, get a good education, penny pension save, and retire and live off your pension. It don't exist. It don't. School is a business. No such thing as a good job. You make money, but it's not a good job. People need all they can to live daily, monthly, yearly. So you can't penny pinch. And if you're working a job, there's no such thing as a pension. The pensions that's set before you, you pay for them. So you really don't need them. It's a start for the people that's not really to go out and do things for real to empower themselves. You got your 401ks and things of that nature. The market, it works, but it works better on the other side. That means you got to have abundance of cash to make it like you really need it to be. So we're going to focus on tangible assets, income producing asset. That's my focus. That's where I'm focused right now. And those are the best investments that I feel that we should be going down those avenues. People that want to do other things, you still have your freedom of choice. But as far as what I'm teaching, and to get people up out of bondage early and right away, these are the fastest ways that we can do it, because most people don't have enough cash to do the other things out there. We got to get out of the norm. Step out of the norm now. Become a member of the Houston Wall Street movement and learn more and empower yourself. So I'm going to leave you with that. And always victory. I always say that. Always victory. That's what we are seeking. Always victory. Say these things daily. These 5 things. I am amazing. I can do anything. Positivity is a choice. I celebrate my individuality. I am prepared to succeed. Always victory, and I'll see everyone at the top. God bless. See you Monday at 2:15. Look for the link from StreamYard, and I will get it out to more people, and hopefully we'll have a full house on Monday. Motivational Monday. Good night. Well, bye.